All right, good morning, everyone. Today, I want to give you an alternative to having to do all the writing in the program. What I mean by that is that every so often, when I give you a piece of work like this, it gets very frustrating to set up the writing because, sometimes depending on the numbers that I'm writing, it gets complicated to actually do all the writing, which would be a whole lot easier if I could just do it on paper and pencil and then somehow be able to show my work. So what I want to offer you today is an alternative to having to do the writing in the program itself, but still be able to put your information in the program. So what you would do is you would go to that particular section, whatever task that is, and you will scroll down until you find the toolbar. Now, within the toolbar, you go to the paperclip icon and you select the icon for camera. And all that will do is it will take a picture of your work. Okay. And if you have several pieces of information, you can take more than one picture, for example. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and click on camera. I'll notice that my camera icon shows up, and I'm going to place my work right here. Okay, so I'm putting my work right there so that I kind of show up as well. There we go. And then I have to just take the picture. Now, once I've taken the picture, right, I see something in the background. I close this, right? I take a look. I have it there. And so what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to move it to the appropriate spot, which happens to be right here. Now, a couple of things. I realized that this doesn't cover all the questions, right? So my picture will be appropriate so that it would cover all the questions. But you are allowed to kind of make the picture smaller if necessary, right? And you are allowed to go ahead and kind of crop it. Well, not necessarily crop it, but you are allowed to kind of resize it so that it will fit nicely in that spot. And then, you can actually see the work. And you can visualize being able to do this for all the problems without necessarily having to worry about figuring out how to just do all the writing. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean that the writing is not there anymore. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to, you could easily see how you can probably mix the picture with your writing, because you should be able to go in there and, you can actually annotate within the picture. So that is an option. Option number two is that you could go to your Schoology page and send an email, for example. Okay. So if you were to go ahead and send an email through Schoology, I have here one that communication with Ms. Fernandez, for example. All I would have to do at that point in time is click here, and I would probably select audio and video. Okay. Now, when I do that, the basic difference would be this. So let me see if I can scroll down. All right, I'm going to start recording here. And basically what I want to do is I want to go ahead and explain my work. Okay, here we go. All right, so as you can see, I have here the solution for problem A. And really what I did was I followed the left to right rule. My answer at the bottom is 16. Now, if I'm happy with what I have, right, I can kind of preview it. So as you can see, I have here the solution for problem A. And what I did was I followed the left to right rule. Right? It looks like it's correct. And so once I have that, I insert the recording. It's going to be in there. And then basically you send it. Now, you might want to make sure that you have a message there so that the person receiving it, in this case me, knows what this is about. And so you might say something, this is a solution to one of the problems using the left to right rule. And that's what you would do. You would then go ahead and you would send it. All right. So these are some alternatives in terms of what you can do to be able to still do the work on paper pencil. And it's a little bit, I think, less frustrating than having to do all the writing in here. Okay. So hopefully this works for you.